Hello everyone, my name is Pooya Nasser Esfahani. I was born in the year 1985 in Iran, city Tehran. I moved in Britain from the year 2002. I was 16 at the time, currently I'm 26, and the story I'm going to tell you is a real story, it's a true fact, something that has happened to me from around beginning of 2010. From beginning of 2010, I experienced that I moved into a property called 38 Holloway Road, and at that time I was not aware that there was an untrue complaint made about me by a certain individuals in Imam Reza's mosque in Birmingham, named Mr. Ali Reza Moghimi, who is the head of Mahan Airline, and Manucher Nasser Esfahani. These are the two of the individuals that I know by the name who were involved in this. I experienced in the house that I moved in on 30th Holloway Road, there was a scientist who was working for Secret Services, moved into a property, and there was another gentleman named Tom who was also working for Secret Services, have moved into that property as well. I realized after a while I have been drugged. They have practically tested every possible drug that you can imagine on my body to be able to obviously carry on what they're doing all the way through. Unfortunately, they have mentioned things such as I do have a mental health problem, which is not true. They have turned all the friends that I had around me to secret agents. They have offered some citizenships, which they did not have at the time, and some money to carry out the most terrifying and horrible way of torture to someone for absolutely no reasons. I've experienced drugging. I was kidnapped at one point and tortured, and at one point I had a lot of injections in my arms. That was in Birmingham, and when I moved into London at 64 Walpole Road, my landlord have received a substantial amount of money to throw all my stuffs in the street and steal some of my properties. I've been forced by the Home Office to leave the country. They have stopped me from employment. They have stopped me from having a relationship. They have sent many undercover agents into my life. They have left cameras and bugs into my properties all the time. At the 6 Hardy Passage, which I was living, there was a lady who came in my life named Camilla Hansen. This is a lady which she's currently in Britain. Her job was simply to destroy as many evidence that I had for kidnapping and previous agents that are kept in a safe place. She has stolen all the evidence. At one point there was plans to set me up for a rape. And another point, I was drugged. I was drugged all the way through, in my food, in my drink, and I had invisible handcuffs on for 2.5 years. And recently I've stopped having contact with everyone around me, and I'm feeling a lot better. As you know, there is a license in this country that you'll be able to kill someone with. That license has to be approved by the judge or somebody in the government. That security forces will have such a license, such as MI5. That license was approved, and I have seen a lot of human traps for me to attempt for my murder, to kill me by the police. What they used to do, people that I previously had a problem with, they used to walk down the street in front of me, and as soon as I approached them, received a shot in the head, and to be able to justify that would say to be able to help the other person. I was provoked by many people in the street. I was sworn at. I was called things such as scumbag refugee, fucking dickheads, and many other words, to provoke me to attack them and receive a bullet in the head by the police officers who was around. I have been tortured in the most horrific way that any human can imagine in this country. I have evidence to prove everything that I say, hard evidence, which unfortunately I believe my life is in danger because of that I have such an evidence. Previously the evidence had been mostly destroyed by the secret services and the police, but I still have some evidence which I would be able to use at the court. They're reliable evidence and they'll be able to prove everything that has happened to me. At this moment of time, I'm not willing to publish any more names and identity. The only reason I published Camilla Hansen identity was because she was the most terrifying, horrible person that you can imagine. She is truly a murderer, and she should seriously be off the streets. She is a true animal. If you're listening to me, Camilla Hansen, I have received your emails in Facebook in regards to you guys like to negotiate off the table. If you wanted to negotiate off the table, you would have done it by now, not making me suffer more and more and more. As I said, at this moment of time, I'm not willing to publish any more names, any more documents in regards to what has happened to me. I hope this video will help me to stay alive, as I have been receiving a lot of threats, such as I received an email on 28th of April 2012 in regards to a discount driving. The driving was skid pan, stunt driving and performance driving, which was discounted quite a lot. I have received the news by undercover agent, who I really like to thank her for giving me, that this is a trap, and if I do attend to this course, I would be killed and it would have shown as an accident. I have been receiving a lot of threats, such as I have been given a lot of few options. First of all, return back to Iran to face further torture by the government and be executed. The other options that I have: stay and be killed, or live as a disabled person for the rest of your life, which I do not like that. I pretty much like to keep my legs, thank you very much. I do not wish to lose them in an accident. Or simply kill myself, which I do not wish to do. Ladies and gentlemen, this story is a true story. I believe I was a patsy, and there has been an attempt to either assassinate someone or blow up a certain place through me, or perhaps take me right to the point of doing that and then get arrested to be able to put on a TV and use for political reasons. As I said, through this 2.5 years, I was tortured every day, every night, from the time I wake up in the morning all the way through the night. I was on drugs, I was given drugs, I was forced to take drugs, and I was also, at every single time, I was told to leave the country and go back to Iran, and there was a lot of traps for me, which I cannot simply do so, as I have been set up by certain people from the mosque, Imam Reza's mosque in Birmingham, which I do wish to make a great complaint about those, and Home Office will have to allow me to see those documents to be able to take them to the court. As I said, if there is anybody in this country who can help me, any good lawyer, I do have hard evidence, anyone, please do contact me on my phone number, which is 07586 701 483. That's 07586 701 483. And people of Britain, please accept this flower from me. This is all I have to give you at this moment of time. I do not wish to kill anyone or blow up anywhere for certain individuals, and to be taken advantage of by certain corrupted group within a government, which should simply pay back for what they did. Please accept that from me. If there is anyone, please contact me. Please help me. I do not wish to die. I do not wish to be tortured anymore. I do not wish to die. I cannot simply go back. I do not wish to be tortured anymore. And I do have hard evidence to prove everything that I'm saying. Thank you very much.